Are you constantly running out of money before your next paycheck? Trust me, I've been there, and it's not a fun place to be. Spending more than you earn can lead to a mountain of debt and constant financial stress. But don't worry, there's a way out. In today's video, I'm going to share some actionable steps you can take right now to break this vicious cycle, regain control of your finances, and start building a solid foundation for a more stable future. Let's dive in. The first step to stopping overspending is to understand exactly where your money is going. You might be surprised by what you find. Grab a pen and paper, open up a spreadsheet, or download a budgeting app like Mint or YNAB. These are lifesavers, guys. And track every single dollar you spend for a month. Seriously, everything. That daily coffee, those impulse buys, those subscriptions you forgot you even had. Once you have a month's worth of data, categorize your spending into 3 buckets: essentials, non-essentials, and debt repayments. Essentials are things you absolutely need to survive: rent, utilities, groceries. Non-essentials are things that make life more enjoyable but aren't crucial: eating out, entertainment, that new gadget you've had your eye on, and debt repayments, well, you know what those are. This exercise is going to be eye-opening, trust me. Okay, now that you have a clearer picture of where your money is vanishing to, it's time to separate the wants from the needs. And let's be real, it's easy to blur the lines here. We've all convinced ourselves that a want is actually a need at some point. But let's be honest with ourselves. Focus your spending on the true essentials: rent or mortgage payments, utilities to keep the lights on, groceries to fuel your body. Do you really need that daily $5 latte from the fancy coffee shop? Or can you brew a delicious cup at home for a fraction of the cost? Do you need the latest designer clothes? Or can you shop smarter and find amazing deals at discount stores or online? Remember, every dollar you save on non-essentials is a dollar you can put towards your financial goals. Now, I'm not talking about creating a restrictive budget that makes you feel like you're suffocating. Who wants to live like that? Instead, we're going to create a simple spending plan. Think of it as a roadmap to guide your financial decisions. Start by allocating your income to different categories: essentials, savings, and discretionary expenses. This is where you get to decide how much you want to allocate to each category based on your income and goals. The key here is to stick to these limits as closely as possible. This might mean making some adjustments to your lifestyle, but trust me, the long-term benefits far outweigh the short-term sacrifices. Chapter 4. The Credit Card Trap. Avoid it like the plague. Credit cards. They can be convenient, but they can also be a slippery slope to overspending. Seriously, they're designed to make you spend more than you can afford. Don't fall for it. The best way to avoid credit card debt is to only use them for emergencies or for planned expenses that you can pay off in full immediately. And even then, use them strategically. For example, use a cashback credit card for everyday purchases to earn rewards, but pay it off in full every month to avoid interest charges. And if you're really struggling with credit card debt, consider consolidating your debt with a lower interest personal loan or seeking help from a reputable credit counseling agency. Chapter 5. Boost your income. More money, more options. Now, if you find that your expenses consistently exceed your earnings, it's time to explore ways to boost your income. This could be through a side hustle, freelancing, or selling unused items around your house. There are endless possibilities in today's gig economy. Do you have a skill or talent that others would pay for? Could you offer services like tutoring, graphic design, virtual assistants, or pet sitting? Websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and TaskRabbit are great places to start. And don't underestimate the power of selling gently used clothes, electronics, or furniture online through platforms like eBay, Poshmark, or Facebook Marketplace. Every little bit helps. Chapter 6. The 24-Hour Rule. Beat impulse buys before they happen. We've all been there. You're browsing online, walking through the mall, or scrolling through social media, and you see something that catches your eye. The next thing you know, you've clicked the Buy Now button, and the item is on its way to your doorstep. But wait, before you give in to that impulse purchase, implement the 24-hour rule. Give yourself a full 24 hours to think about whether you really need that item. Is it going to add value to your life? Can you afford it without going into debt? Chances are, after 24 hours, that initial excitement will have worn off. and you'll realize you didn't really need it after all. Chapter 7. Life is full of surprises, and not all of them are good. Unexpected expenses like car repairs, medical bills, or job loss can derail even the most carefully crafted budget. That's where an emergency fund comes in. It acts as a safety net to cover these unexpected costs without forcing you to dip into your savings or, worse, go into debt. Aim to build an emergency fund with at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. I know that might seem like a lot, but start small and gradually increase it over time. Even setting aside $50 or $100 a month can make a big difference. Chapter 8. Having clear financial goals can be incredibly motivating. Whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or retiring early, having a specific goal in mind can help you stay focused and motivated to make smart financial decisions. Think about what you want to achieve financially. Write down your goals, break them down into smaller, more manageable milestones, and create a plan to achieve them. For example, if your goal is to save $10,000 for a down payment on a house, break it down into monthly or weekly savings targets. Celebrating these small wins along the way will keep you motivated and on track. Chapter 9. It's so easy to sign up for subscriptions these days. Streaming services, music apps, meal kit deliveries, the list goes on and on. But how often do we actually use all of these services? Take some time to review all of your subscriptions and identify any that you're not using regularly or that are no longer adding value to your life. Canceling just a few unused subscriptions can free up a significant amount of money in your budget each month. For example, if you're paying for a gym membership that you haven't used in months, cancel it and start working out at home or outdoors. If you're subscribed to multiple streaming services, consider rotating them monthly so you're only paying for one at a time. Spending more than you earn doesn't have to be your reality. By tracking your expenses, cutting back on non-essentials, and finding ways to boost your income, you can take control of your finances and start building wealth. It's about making conscious choices and developing healthy financial habits that will serve you for years to come. Which tip will you try first? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more financial tips. See you in the next video.